something massive just got announced. And by massive, I mean price tag. Adam Buksa, the New England Revolution striker, has just been sold, reportedly sold. I won't go into too much, for $10 million to RC Lens. I'm looking at this now. That makes him, with including Diego Rossi's transfer, the third most expensive outgoing transfer of all time in MLS. Thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, that's massive. From
sorry, hold on. Let me go back really quick because I was only looking at this season just to be sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. It makes him the 6th. I'm sorry. Miguel Almiron, Pepe, Pity, South American Player of the Year, Pity Martinez. That's going on the board, by the way. It's going up here now. Brendan Aronson for 14 mil, and Alphonso Davies for 11. So he slides in there with the $10 million right above Daryl Dike, who's at 9.5. Thoughts?
Adam Buksa is 25 years old. What does this mean? Probably nothing to anybody that I just randomly brought it up. But I see it as someone who we are signing that is not an academy player that we've grown through. This is more on par with a Miguel Almiron signing. This is someone that came in from another league, polished up a bit more here in this league, and is now getting their jump over to Europe. It's what we've been trying to do with a bunch of the South American players for a long time. And to be honest with you, it's been super hit or miss. I'd almost say more misses than hits.
Correct.
So this is great to see. This is fantastic for the league and for players that are looking at the league, because they've seen someone come in that wasn't just an academy player for the Revolution. They came in with experience, have built themselves up, and are now getting their jump over to Europe. It's not just it's not only Americans that can now, that can make this jump by playing in this league. That's how I see this move. I think it's a good showing for the league to say you can come here and you can actually develop. Don't look at necessarily, you don't have to just focus solely on the Barco situations where they come in and, get worse, I guess, or just don't build on their potential. There are opportunities to build up and go out. I think the fee is fantastic. To get 10 million for this is great. It's something that I think NYC should have capitalized on with Tati. I still think they'll probably get more than 10 million, but I think it's a good move for the league. Good move for the Rebs, obviously. They're going to get a bunch more money. They've got this in the Buchanan money now. And this opens up a new DP spot, so I'm very curious to see who comes in to replace it. Let's see what Bruce can do.
One of the other things I want to highlight, too, is the fact that the other thing that people can see from here is that your national team status doesn't drop off just because you come play here, right? He's been featured in the Polish national team for a couple of years now, and performing, right? So if we go to the Poland national,
it looks like he's got 5 goals and 7 appearances.
Right, but even if you look at it right now, like what they called in, come on, there it is. Current squad players were called up for the Nations League match against Wales, Belgium, and Netherlands, and then Belgium again for the June window. He's in there, as is Karol Swiderski, by the way. So, as is Kamil Jozwiak, by the way. So these are now 3 players who have come from Europe to MLS, continued to play at a high level for their club, get called into their national team, and are going to perform in the Nations League. If people are seeing this and understanding, okay, I can go there, I can play for my national team still, I can perform well, and I can get big money moves to go out there. It's only a benefit for the league, right? It's only a benefit for the league.
Hey, guess what? Guess who's not on that team? Gaga Slanina.
Big facts. You know who else isn't on that team? Patrick Klimala.
That's also big facts.
Yeah, I had to laugh at that.
Laughing through the pain. That's all right.
But no, right. So that's another massive part of this. And another thing too, on a side note, right, is another European team has come, found this player, and purchased from us, which is only gaining our popularity through the throughout the world, right? When we have blown up on TikTok, we are massive, but a lot of the conversations I've had about how do we make our league a top 5 league is a lot about, we have the resources to be important, right? We've got the nice stadiums, we've got the cool kits, we've got some marketability, but you need to be able to entice players to come here. And I saw something from MLS Buzz that was really good. We have 2 groups of players in MLS. We've got domestics that we're generating from U12 all the way up through Brennan Aronson transfer to Salzburg, right? And then you've got internationals. The internationals come for one thing and one thing only. The same reason they go play in the Premier League, same reason they go anywhere. Moolah, money. I will only ask this once more because I know we go through it a lot. Are we at a point where we can remove our restrictions and let people start properly spending?
No. Can't remove the restrictions, but you can loosen them. I don't think you,
like loose goose, like
I
goose
think-
loose.
I think it's no, not goose loose, but maybe semi goose
Maybe-
loose.
Duck loose.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, you just went there, didn't you? Nobody's gonna understand this.
That's an inside joke. Connor was late today because he was eating a duck.
Why do you say it
Now
like that?
Because anyways,
You act like I just grabbed a duck out of a pond and then just started eating it.
did you not? You
I
basically
didn't.
did. $9 at a store in Brooklyn is basically grabbing out of a pond and eating it. Stop. You know dang well.
No, you can't just go goose loose on the restrictions. I think I would love to see more designated player spots because I think that opens the door to bring in more high profile players, which I think would be great because I think people would move here. I think you give teams more money to make intra-league moves, like how Dallas did this year with signing Paul Arriola, and look how that's panned out. But I don't think you could just get rid of everything because then you're going to have issues with like an RSL team who doesn't really spend money is going to end up going against some NYCFC Man City super team.
You're right. And that's what we keep trying to explain to everybody is like, oh, we need ProRel and we need unlimited spend. It's like, okay, well, we already talked about why ProRel won't work right now. But as we get year by year, we need to increase the amount of money we can play with. Because if we don't, we're going to be stuck in this whole like, okay, your league is getting better, but you're offering me 10% of what I could get playing for Man City. So bye. Right? You need to be able to entice them with money. And that also comes with owners, right? We've talked about how the owners need to be willing to put the money down. And I think as we get more expansion teams, you're going to see more people drop checks, right? So